I'm curious how this would have played out if you didn't get all the ones that were kind of non-story based.
If it's endless despair you wish for, I will.
Like Xenon, Teach, Astra, Alexandria, Fiona, Triton, Gray, Kamaravi, and Sigiri. Ah, they gave me control of Neo now.
Are you ready, Eunie? You won't get away!
Be at peace with your fate.
We're near our limit! Split up and attack! I'll handle it! Alright!
Z Infinite again. I think he's going down a little bit faster than last time.
You're in for it now. You're done.
Give it up! This isn't the end!
This isn't the end.
This is the decider! You're finished!
Ah! Don't mind me. I'm just here to end it. Leave it to us. Quick! Everyone get ready.
Sick.
Riku, first in line! How about this?
I'm hot on your heels.
I'm hot on your heels.
Now for the finishing touch. Got you now. Sink your breathing.
Strike through!
Maybe Riku and Mana would have joined in if you had someone else with
Upon
you.
the sword, I place my strength!
Like if you have had Gondor or any of the other heroes would have been swapped out for someone else, I'm sure.
Well within tolerance. You stay on guard for now. A fusion of our strength! Eat this! Let me give you
Feel in despair, and then expire.
Safely. Give it up!
Couldn't keep them in check. Eyes over here.
Must not overdo it. Let's give it up! Try this!
Big, you like that?
A fusion without the big guns! We'll blow you away!
Feel in despair, and then expire.
I'm a little shaky.
Thank you.
Playtime over.
More where that came from! A fusion of our strength!
Do it, Taion.
Hold on tight! We can't hold for much longer! Try this! Here and now! Thanks! Let's pile on the pressure! Time to send them back! Here and now! Give it up!
Give it up.
I'll show you! Working on it.
Can't you be a bit more gentle? I don't think I can go much further.
So I got careless. What did I read?
Got you covered.
Out of my way!
No escape. There's one thing happening.
Working on it. We'll finish it here.
I know this isn't great, but I have to do something.
I get first dibs.
I'm with you. I was waiting for this. Keep hitting hard.
Taion should be the one that comes back.
I just thought of a great idea. Yippee!
I'll take point.
I can follow that up. One more for the
Taion should come back again.
I used my thinking muscles for this. All right, coming right up. I'll take point. More where that came from.
More where that came from.
We can go all night.
And he's able to do an orb for us.
Yippee! I get first dibs.
I was kind of hoping to get a little bit of a
I'm with you.
trying to get break on it, but
How about this?
so all that matters is that we have everyone that's currently alive has full HP.
Full set.
I should have waited until Eunie was at least up, but nah, it's fine. We got it in the end here. Hey!
This'll take it down.
Yeah, nice.
Press the attack, my people. Get out of the way. This ends here. Let's go and help them then. We'll grab the future with both hands this time round.
Are they gonna join in the fight?
I have long awaited this moment.
Ah,
You
Melina!
should join the fight.
Melina!
Witness all I am.
Just
And Neo!
give it everything.
Nia, damn it! Oh my god! She has...
Future of despair gets foretold. Just watch, because we're about to.
She has Rex's sword on her back. I think she has both Rex's... Pyra and Mithra's swords are on her back.
Summon element.
So, spoiler alert. Those are the two classes you get at the end of the game.
for that?
Here, you're again.
Eat this!
Summon element. How about this?
Song of Elements. Ooh, I'm hearing the moves that she uses in 1. I've been waiting for this. Yeah, baby.
This isn't the end. This is the decider. You're finished.
I'll make it count. Wait! Everyone get ready!
Riku first in line.
I'm with you.
You're done!
Oh shit, I didn't even realize we dazed him.
Give it up.
Oh, at least that somewhat helped, I suppose. With his attack now, he's gonna be hitting us too violently.
Got you now!
Got you now.
Sink your breathing!
Strike through. Upon this sword.
On this sword.
Taion! I'll go fighting hard now, mate! Summon element! I'll end it here!
A fusion
Now!
of Australia.
Here we go now!
Here and now. Give it up.
Redemption! Come on now! That's it!
Here and now.
Almost have him.
As you can. It will change all.
Hang in there, I'll heal you! Put down! Keep them in check!
You want that way?
How about this? Hang in there, I'll heal you!
I need you, Mia. We're unstoppable.
Got him. Woo. That was an intense final boss.
What power?
I feel like they could have replace Monka with Alexandria since she wasn't in there, or Camarave since she was like here with us.
Not knowing how tomorrow will turn out. How you will.
But still, you can't just hold it in place. If you did that, you'd never change. You can't change the world like that.
That's why I want to move on. We'll claim the future and shape it ourselves.
And when you cannot choose, what then? In that desperate moment, who will be there to soothe you? The self is all that exists. As such, the only cure for despair is total oblivion.
Total oblivion!
That is the face of the world. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. This one world, and I love it.
Lieutenant, what's that light?
It's coming from inside Origin. No, the cries of Mobius. With the sheer ferocity of it. Noah. Mio.
Are we not done yet? Ah. The eye. They're moped up. N and M.
N! M!
So he didn't disappear back then?
They were inside, with us. Think about it. They're still really the same people.
We were conceived from regret. Sorry.
Regret.
Unlike you, who sprung forth from hope, regret is our be-all and end-all. If only we'd made the right choice. If only things had been different.
Blindly, we never tried to change ourselves, wishing only that the world would instead. We clung to the egotistical dream of being together forever.
But that's only natural. Anyone would wish for that. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Thank you. But now, our prolonged existence here, it only serves to strengthen those within this frozen moment in time, who would keep it thus.
So you see, we have but one choice here.
Stop it! N! M! Don't do it! We'll think of a way to deal with Mobius!
What you see over there, it's not Zed or Mobius, but a single, intense desire. Your thoughts, they can never affect a desire. But we who embody that very same desire.
You can just stay here! Please, stay! Walk this world with us! We can walk it together!
Noah's right. You've done enough. You don't have to do this. You could finally be here together.
Such kindness. Your eyes, they brim with it. I ask myself, were our eyes the same on that day?
N!
No. Mia, though we came from different worlds, we were able to leave a life behind.
It was a hope for the future. Our hearts and our dreams intertwined. And we were given the chance to weave new life.
Are you talking about your baby?
And therefore, it's all good.
Believe in yourselves. All of you will certainly reach heights that we were unable to.
Oh, you know what would have been great in that moment? You saw his tattoo disappear.
You can take our place in the future.
Jesus Christ. Boom, headshot. Whoa. Oh, hi.
Zed and the other Mobius. They wanted to protect the world too.
That's why they created one they could control. I see where they were coming from.
That's something that we feel almost every day.
Having to change. To continue to change. That's sparking scary.
But we can say this. Even if we are reborn later, right then, what we think and feel that moment is real. To sacrifice that is never the right way.
If you can't be true to yourself, then you're doing something wrong. Are you content with your decision?
Very soon, the stilled flow of time will restart. You can change
Oh
your
shit,
mind
they're wearing different
if you
outfits.
act now.
You did not just tell us to become Mobius.
Yeah, can you even imagine?
Hey, look, it's the
Noah?
box art.
Why are you wavering, Noah?
Some want to go on, and some want to stay. In this world, there are so many mingled desires. But does anyone have the right to choose?
Oh, don't you start minding us now.
Oh, hi there.
Just having the chance to be born in that world you make, that'll be plenty. So, you know, you just gotta do it your way.
Gondor.
Though if I can, I might want a better name, eh?
Noah, all of us here want the same thing. It's how the future should be.
Yeah. You're right.
Hey, it is gone.
The future is right there. Believe in the actions you've taken, in your friends. And above all, you should believe in yourselves.
Well then, the answer's simple.
We really are the Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That was actually very beautiful. Ooh, pretty. Okay. Are we finally gonna get the name of this goddamn sword?
Noah, come on! Ain't got all day.
Yeah. I know. Right with you.
Is he gonna throw it? Bro! What's the fucking name of the sword?
I realized there's something I haven't said yet.
Oh, is it here?
Oh, yeah?
I haven't thanked you.
Oh.
What's this now?
Thank you for sticking with me. Without you by my side, I'd never have made it here.
Oh, come on. You had to say that?
I'm serious here.
I know you are.
Huh?
Listen, Noah. I feel just the same.
Aww.
Without you, I think my wishes would never have come true.
This is adorable.
I see. I guess so.
So I'll say it too. Thank you, Noah. Truly.
We weren't half bad as a team, were we?
Yeah, passable, for sure.
Just passable.
Just
I'm
possible.
sure you meant unsurpassable, right?
Oh, I think I'll let you decide the passing grade, Lancy.
Ah,
Lancy?
come on, weirdo.
Oh my god, they're adorable.
Guess we won't be working out together anymore.
Oh god, here's the music.
Yeah. I'm not keeping tabs, but don't you slack off.
I am not gonna slack off. I'll train every day, thinking of you.
Yeah. Same here.
Aww.
Here,
What's this?
a herbal tea recipe. You have to dry your own leaves. You should manage.
Isn't this kind of pointless?
Pointless?
I mean, if the worlds are gonna drift apart again, this paper won't last.
I considered that, of course. The paper and the ink, it all comes from your world.
Aha,
And the leaves
nice.
for the tea. Even those and all.
What do you think?
We'll check you out.
Who am I if not scrupulous?
Aww.
Well, you're my best bud. Both best, to be exact.
Only fourth?
Only 4?
Wait a minute. There's Noah and Lanz. Did she count Joran? Huh, why am I only listing guys? Taion.
Aw, this is adorable.
What's up? Is there a problem?
Oh my
At
god, you
least put
cheeky
me
little.
Second or even third? Fourth seems a little harsh.
I'll think about it.
Aww. Aw, this is adorable too.
It is time.
Aw, all the warriors.
Guess this is goodbye.
Yeah. Still, even if we're worlds apart, I swear I won't.
I won't let go. Not ever. I'll always be with you. Our feelings forever interlinked.
Wherever we are.
Yeah,
Aww.
wherever we are.
Yes! Yes! God.
Our worlds in their current states are still young. If in passing, they do themselves harm, I suppose even then they cannot but carry on.
Still, I have faith. Even if now we become separated for a time, one day we'll surely get to walk hand in hand again.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you.
The recreated Monado. And there's the Aegis sword. Poppy! Poppy! Oh, wow! What the fuck? What the fuck? God damn, Rex! Damn, Rex. Also, damn, Rex. You had a baby with everyone.
I'll see you soon, then.
Oh my god.
I see you peacefully in your dreams. Everything seems calm and free. I know if we want this warmth to last forever again, let's go back to that moment of death. I see you smiling there, so peacefully and cheerfully talking out. These happy days must carry on. So
No.
this goodbye is not the end. I know until we meet again, our feelings will remain the same. Together as one till we find ourselves
One day,
again.
I'll come see you. I promise.
Me too. One day.
Oh, poor
I
Taion.
promise.
This is the truth of our world. Memories melt in the morning light, and then a new day begins. Roads stretch out before us. So many
Can't win this
paths.
game.
Which do you choose? That's up to you. Sometimes you might run astray. You'll stop, maybe cry in
This
frustration.
flute is still Mio's.
But you know, that's all right. For the roads, they go on without end. So look up, face forward, toward your chosen horizon. And just walk on.
Oh, fuck me. Oh my god. Oh my god. That. Oh my god. That. Oh my god. This probably had the longest final boss sequence compared to the two, but had a fantastic, perfect fucking ending. It has my favorite ending compared, and I loved it. Oh my god. God damn. I am... Oh my god. This game's fantastic. Fuck. I really want them to have a happy ending. I want them to be together. Maybe that's what the DLC will be about. I don't know. But fuck, man. This... Fuck. Oh my god. This ending... Wow. I mean, the gameplay in general. Let's just say this right out. I love the gameplay. A mix of both Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2. Beautifully done. I love the fact, and I keep mentioning this, love the fact that you have everyone with you right away. You have the whole party members with you. You have you have all 6 of them there. I do want to say it's very hand-holdy at the start for quite a while until maybe after you deal with, once you get Ethel, once you get the heroes, it's very, I don't want to say it's very hand-holdy, but it's very, like, very heavy on the tutorials, while Xenoblade Chronicles 2 wasn't really that heavy on them at all, and they explained too little, while Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I feel like explained too much. Like, they had you do something twice. They had you equip an accessory twice. They had it with you opening a container that had an accessory, and then they had you equip it, and then they had you buy an accessory and then equip that. So it's a little all over the place with that, but I still say it's a great game. This was a great game. It's definitely, I said it before and said it again, I think it was for sure my favorite Xenoblade game. I think it was my favorite beforehand. I think it was my favorite all the way from, like, chapter 3. It was getting close to, like, this fantastic, because, like I said, the battle was so good. The story up to that point was fantastic. I mean, the story is phenomenal. Not to take anything away from Xenoblade Chronicles 1 or 2, but this game is fantastic. And we had it right there. That was the Melia from Xenoblade Chronicles 1, because that was the reconstructed Monado that Shulk used in Future Connected. And then Poppy was in that whatever. And then the picture with Rex, can we talk about that? Rex had 3 kids with 3 it's not that big of a deal, but that was something, man. Oh, Zeke even looked nice in that picture. Same with Pandoria. And Draumark, of course. And, ooh, don't even get me started on why can't I remember their names now? Morag and Bridget. Jesus, why was I blanking on their names? They all looked fantastic. Holy crap, did Rex get a freaking glow up, and you couldn't even see his pants. Music, phenomenal, of course. The freaking, when you're facing off against a unique enemies, fantastic. The Mobius boss music sounds like a final boss music. The final boss music itself was really good. The chain attack music is really good. A Step Away, Where We Belong. Oh, fuck, those songs are good. The song that, oh my god. Oh, the end of chapter 5, beginning of chapter 6, I think is always going to be staying with me, because those scenes are just picture perfect. And when the song kicks in, is great. And this ending, the ending here too is fucking phenomenal. Oh, and I'm glad that Noah and Mio kissed. I'm glad we got to see that. And with M and N as well, they all had like moments and such. I still, if there's one thing I have to say, and maybe it's somewhat with their characters as we kind of saw at the end there, we never really had a good moment between Taion and Eunie. They kind of had one early on when Eunie first had her first existential crisis, when we found like the husks and all that stuff, and she found a husk that was her. They kind of had a moment there, and then they had a moment where they're cleaning up the castle, but they never really had like the big moments, you know? Like, I feel like, and to some extent, Sena and Lanz didn't have a big moment too, but I feel like just because of what they did, you know, the fact that at the start of chapter 4, or was it chapter 5, whichever one after the end of the Keves castle, where we kind of like, when they kind of talked together, okay, it's like, that's when we started to get moments. Then we got a little more moments of them in the prison. They had a little moment there. And then, of course, at the end of the fight with N, where they sacrificed themselves, that was their big moment. They never really had any more moments afterwards, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I loved all their Ascension quests. All their Ascension quests were great. here's where I'm going to come. And I love the heroes, too. The heroes were fantastic, and I love them to death, too. Here's where I'm going to say some... I'm going to say... This partly is a criticism of it. I love the hero system, don't get me wrong. But the fact that Xeon, Teach, Ashura, Alexandria, technically Izzard, Fiona, technically Monica, Triton, Gray, Kamaravi, and Sigiri, that's 11. That's 11 of the... That's 11 of the 17 other classes that you can have. The fact that their missions are missable and optional. The fact that their missions are optional, I feel like is a bit of a crime. Now, I can somewhat understand. The fact that it's like the same. I totally get why Ethel's was story-based, is because, you know, she was the first one, so it introduced the whole thing. Same with Valdi. Valdi's was story-based because it helped you with traversal thing. And that's the thing with Teach. Technically, you never really needed the obstacle thing for Teaches. You never really needed that for any place in the story. And same with Sigiri, since Sigiri gave you the last one of traversing through poison and all that other stuff without taking damage. I totally get why those two were optional. I totally get it because they weren't really they wouldn't prevent you from progressing the story at all. And you could just avoid those areas. But the fact that they are optional. And I feel like Izzard and Monica should have at least been story-based too. Because we interact with their... Obviously, we interact with Monica's colony. And Izzard's, of course. Because, you know, duh. But we never got their mission. We had to actually, like, go in and do their mission. We could just... Oh. Oh. What the hell? We're back at the beginning here. But the world's not colliding. Yep, the worlds aren't colliding anymore.
Noah! What are you doing, man? They'll start the fireworks without us.
Get a move on already, or all the good spots will be taken.
Exactly, so come on, move it!
Sorry, I zoned out for a sec. I'm coming.
I had a whole almost 200-hour RPG experience, guys. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, that was beautiful. That was fucking beautiful. God damn it. That was really good. Okay, setting levels at rest spots. Thank God. You can now use the level up function at rest spots to lower your character's levels as well. Doing so will net you bonus experience for any levels you choose to give up. Hero accessories. You can set your hero's accessories from characters' accessories in the main menus. Oh, so now we can change their accessories. Special. These can be equipped from clothing attachments to give your weapons a very special appearance. Usable class swordfire only. Okay, so we ended up there. 150 hours, basically.
It's good to keep a record.
As the morning sun rises, my lingering memories fade. I no longer see your silhouette. It's too far gone into the haze. But hey, it's all right. I won't forget you. Not until we can meet again. I swear it.
Aww. There it is. Kind of wish it was a little more of a drastic change than this, but I'm fine with that. Okay, New Game Plus. Completing the game to unlock New Game Plus, a mode which lets you start the game again from the beginning while retaining the character's growth of the selected save file. Chain attacks and interlink will have to be unlocked by progressing the story as normal. Tutorial notifications will be removed, but you'll still be able to read all the tips. Thank God for that. You'll get to keep your full inventory as recorded in your save data, but all key items will be reset with the exceptions of Origin Shards, the Art of Flow, and Nopon Coins. What's the Art of Flow again? Oh, well, it's not a big deal. Unique monsters that became graves will be revived. Beat them again to see records from your first playthrough. Obtained Soul Hacker arts and skills will all be kept intact. Thank God for that. Okay, well, I don't want to do that. Time moves again. Okay, what were the names of these scenes? What lies beyond death? All aboard Origin. Those who thought thwart hope. The battle with N. Regret and hope. Meeting Queen Melia. Mobius leader. Mother and daughter join the fight. The final fight X. The final fight Y. Showdown with Z. Royal commands. Time moves again. Fuck, we have to watch that whole cutscene. Then all their side stories. All their hero quests. I guess I never really... Yeah, we only had that. Since we got her class right away. So... I loved that final fight. I love that final fight with all the heroes showing up. And I have, like, maybe it changes every now and then. Maybe it changes, obviously it'll change with, depending on who you have. Because if, like, if you had, say you had Monica with you, then Monica wouldn't have shown up like she did. If you had, Alexandria or something. I don't know. I'm sure different heroes just pop up depending on. I don't think it has anything to do with, I don't think it has anything to do with, anything, so.
That's all of them.
But. And there they are! Neos and Melias. So we're not done yet with this game. I do want to go unlock them. So. Okay, not there. But I, might have to look at where the fuck you have to find them. I'm sure they're probably at, like, where we met them. But no, okay, so, yep, there it is. That's her quest right there. I'm sure hers will be Castle 5th floor? 4th floor? Or maybe I have to do Mia's first? Nia. Damn it, I keep fucking that up. Oh, no, it's right there. Okay. So castle first floor. But yeah, this was a fantastic game. I'm going to keep saying that over and over again. And again, like I said, we're not done with it. Where I'm going to do those 2 side quests, and there's Ascension quests afterwards as well. Actually, I'm curious now. Yep, there they are. They just added them right here. Okay, I totally get... See, I thought they were both going to be healers. Because they were kind of like the healing role in their games. But... Melina is an attacker. So let's look at all those again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 attackers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 healers. We should have had more defenders. I feel like Triton should have been a defender. Like, his default should have been a defender. He could still been the same, but the default should have been defender, you know? And maybe... I don't know who else would have been defender. They definitely should have had another defender, though. I totally get... Having Monica and Gondor being both defenders, I don't think that would have been great. I don't know. I mean, the good news is our first DLC champ, our first DLC character is going to be oh, I can change them to be eye patched or not. That's actually kind of cool. And I could give him the Monado. It's kind of sad that it's only for, you know, if they have Sword Fighter, which I totally get. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it. But I wish they had, like, other things for at least their, you know. So wait, I want to see it. I want to see the Monado. So I get that. I totally get that. Going back to what I was talking about beforehand with the heroes, I totally get why not all of them were story-based. Because then I feel like a lot... And I somewhat have this criticism right now, too, is I feel like a lot of the side quests and side content stuff were story-based, you know? Or, like, were forced side quests for story, you know? I totally get that. I get why people feel that way, because I felt that way too. But I'll say this, I don't think Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had that big of a problem with it.
Don't try to stop us.
We can do it.
There's the Monado. So I totally get that. I totally get that.
Hear that, Noah? Lanz wants something a bit meatier.
I totally get that. I totally get the fact that, like, why people don't like that, you know, or wouldn't want that. But I feel like... I don't know. Again, the fact that Izzard and Maka, like, the fact that you interact with them and they're technically... You don't even get their, you don't get their... You know, it sucks that you can't get both the eye patch and the Monado on. But the fact that you don't even have both of their, the fact that you don't get Monica or Izzard via story is so weird to me, that you actually have to go out of your way to do their side quest. I feel like Xenon and Teach should also have been story-based, because that's the colonies where the heroes came from. Obviously, Colony 9 is where you start, and then Colony Gamma is where Mio and them started. So I feel like they should have not been side quest either. Kamaravi, I feel like shouldn't have been side quested. He should have been a part of that somewhat as well, because not only was he like with Miyabi, and then, but he was also like a big factor in in Ethel's class, you know? Or not even her class, but like in her story and character. Which, yeah, I really like that too. I like that a lot about like with our heroes and everything. So, but again, I loved it, but I wish they could have done it better.
Let's
and
make the most of our break, guys.
I wish they could have had them be all story based, you know, so you didn't miss any of them, because they are all good. They are all great. They were all great stories, you know. Thank God this was not New Game Plus. You just need to beat the game and not flat out New Game Plus only. All right, so what level could we go at? What level can we go at? I'm going to say it's 95. 95 is my last time. 93, close enough. But I do wish that the heroes would have done, I don't know, just a little bit differently. I don't mind how they were done. But I wish, you know, like I said, I feel like there should have been more defenders. Should have been, I don't know. Maybe that's because I'm a tank main in 14, but I feel like there should have been more tanks. There should have been, well, not only that, but there's 5 tanks out of 17 classes. 19 with Mio and, oh my God. And how many times am I going to keep flip-flopping Mio and Nia? And mixing the two, Neo and such. I mean, they're so fucking close. But the fact that only 5 of these classes, which is, again, I just want to make sure how many of them do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So 1, 2, 3. 7 times 3 is 21. 22, 23, 24, 25. The fact that out of these 25 main story, without the DLC, main story classes, only 5 of them are tanks, that's absurd to me. There should have been at least 2 more. I said before, I said again, Triton should have at least, his default should have been a tank. Yes, technically he can be all 3, but his background is the red. His thing's red. He's considered an attacker. He should have been a tank. I don't know who else should have been a tank. Maybe Kamaravi. Maybe Sigiri. One of these 2. I don't know who. It should have been one of those 2. I feel like if you had at least 2 more tanks, it would have been better off. I totally get why these 2 wouldn't be tanks, because it felt weird. And like I said, I'm actually kind of weird that, or I find it a little odd that Melina is an attacker and not a tank. But that's just, or not a tank, an attacker and not a healer, because, yeah. I totally get why the attackers are here, because, yeah, that's definitely what you want, because attack, in any dungeon with, in any dungeon for MMOs, at least for 14, I don't know how it works with any other MMOs. In any dungeon, you always have 1 tank and 1 healer and 2 DPSs, aka 2 attackers. The tank will always drag the aggro. Attackers will just always attack, you know, and the healer has to make sure that not just the tank, but everyone else is staying healed, but more so the tank, because they're the ones that'll be taking most damage, ideally. And then, of course, when you do the raids, you have 2 attackers, or you have 2 defenders, 2 healers, and then you have 4 attackers. It just doubles, which, again, I totally get why it's all set up like that. I may not like it, but again, I still feel like we should have had at least, if not 2, at least 1, and it could have been Triton. Again, I feel like regardless, Triton should have been a tank class. Regardless. So that's kind of like my one gripe I had with that. Ah, shit, there was something else I was going to talk about too, but I really want to get this out of the way first. What else was there? I do like the classes. I like now kind of going off of that, I do love all the classes and everything like that. I like them. I like that's how, like, and again, I love the fact that we have all our characters right here. I love it. If I've said this before, I said it again, Xenoblade Chronicles 1, and I guess Xenoblade Chronicles X, X more so than 1, kind of have a feel of they're both MMO-ish types in a way. This one definitely feels a little more MMO-ish because of the whole class thing. But even that, and even with the battle systems too, that feels more like it. So, yeah, but that's fine in my opinion. And in my opinion, I think it was fine how it was in terms of battle system. Okay, so let's talk about some other gripes here. Unless I'm totally mistaken, and they showed it or said it somewhere, I don't think they ever said the name of Noah's sword. Or whatever he decided to call it. Because if you remember when, you know, Noah got the sword, he was telling the story to...
Huh? Hey, did you guys hear something?
When he told the story, he said, like he called it something else. He did not like the name Lucky 7. And they kept saying, well, what did you call it? But they never came to that answer. And it's like, I don't know. Okay, so I'm reading this here. I'm reading something. Apparently, I guess he just jokes about naming it differently, and he never picked a new name for it. I don't know. How Riku came a part of it too, I don't know. Like, how did Riku either make it or come across it? I feel like it's tied to his master pawn, who's going to end up being... Well, if they're the Xenoblade Chronicles one side, could it be tied to Riki in a way? I don't know. That'd be weird in my opinion. Yeah, see, it says so right here. It's like, the blade's called Lucky 7, and Noah jokes that he ought to change the name to something better. The way it sounded like, it didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like he actually was going to change it. And then Neo even asked, like, so what did you end up calling it? So it's like, what? He ended up calling it something better. Or it's like he did come up with a name for it. So, I don't know. It's weird. I guess not really weird, but it's like... It's interesting. But, yeah. I love the whole Ouroboros thing. The Ouroboros was fine. I like that too. I said before and I said again, I do love the whole fact that we get their characters right away like this. I do love that.
Rain on horizon.
And I think it's fantastic. I feel like that's again, unless that's why I feel like with that story, whatever the DLC story is going to be, which will be like akin to, I'm assuming it's going to be somewhat similar to Torna, the Golden Country. It's going to be somewhat similar to that in a way. I hope not in a way. I kind of hope it continues onward and not it continues onwards and it doesn't do like a prequel thing. Not to say that they can't do that, but I kind of wish they don't. I feel like they can do... The only thing in the... I feel like there's no need for a prequel. We kind of got the gist of it all at the start of this chapter. So we kind of got it all there. The only thing that like wasn't got answered is, how did Riku get Lucky 7? Why is it called Lucky 7 too? That's the one thing, and they could easily answer that if they continue on with that DLC being a continuation instead of a prequel, you know? That's something that could be added there. And then, of course, being the name that Noah would give it, or should give it, or has given it, even though they keep saying it, he only said it was Lucky 7. I'm actually curious now if he draws Lucky 7 with the Minato on it, would it just be the same or would it be completely different? It'd probably be the same. But yeah. I guess it wasn't too big of an issue as well, but I was kind of curious about the kid that Mio and Noah had. I'd be interested to know like what the kid's name is, and I don't know, the way that is there like multiple timelines or something with this? Like there's a timeline of the Noah in that way and such, or something, I don't know. It's the ever flow, or the never-ending flow, you know? Is it just like we're just constantly there? I don't know. And again, it's not too big of a deal. It's just more so of a curiosity. Be like, what was the kid's name? And again, they kind of allude to like, oh, you should name it because I'm terrible with names. Unless he named the sword Lucky 7. Which again, I feel like it's super weird. But I don't know. I feel like Noah shouldn't have named that. I don't know. Again, I feel like that's something that it's not too big of a deal, but it's like, what's the name of the kid? Because I feel like the reason they didn't tell us is because it's a big reveal. Same with the sword. They never told us what name he was gonna call it or did call it. It's because they were reveals that like would have been like, oh shit, if you played the other games, there would be things kind of like at the end here, and of course with Nia and Melina. I actually said Nia's name correctly that time. Wow, go me. With all that, so I feel like they definitely could have. I don't know. They definitely could have had something with those. Again, maybe it's stuff that they'll answer in the DLC. I don't know. I might not be too big on that and be like, oh, it's a thing from the DLC. But it's like,
night creep up quickly.
It's something that they could have easily answered not in the DLC too. Like the Riku and the sword one, definitely it's like, who gave you, who's your master, and so on. Why? How did you come across it? You know, because Riku didn't make it. At least I don't think he said he made it. But either way, it's like, just like, how did you get it and stuff like that? And his master pawn. And of course the kid. It's not too big of a deal, but again, I feel like just the way that they said, like, oh, just the way that they just, you know, went away from not saying what the name is. I feel like that meant it's important, you know, for later on. Again, the way that Noah would have said it too. So I guess those are my only criticism, is they should have done the hero quests a little bit better, in my opinion, or made it so that they weren't, without being too intrusive on the story, without being like, without feeling like, oh, it went out of your way to your main goal to do them. Like, have them be a part of the story, but don't have it be like, oh, this is kind of derailing our momentum towards our goal at the time. You know, that was kind of like another thing too I kind of liked about this. Kind of similarly to Xenoblade Chronicles. I'm trying to remember Xenoblade Chronicles 1 in a way. I guess the overall goal in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 was to destroy the Mechons. To destroy the Mechons. That was like their overall goal in a way. And it did kind of change once we got Fiora back. Once we got Fiora back, then it kind of like went to the whole, oh, you know, off way. And I guess Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was also, the main goal was get to the world tree with branching paths. So like, get to the world tree. Oh, now we gotta do this thing. Oh, back to the world tree. Oh, but we gotta do this thing. Back to the world tree. Back like that. This game, the goals changed throughout the game, but I feel like it was always the end, like, it was somewhat similar to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in a way. So, our first goal was to go find the city. That was our first thing. And then, of course, you know, it's like, oh, shit. We kind of branched off of that to save Colony 4 from Kevesi Castle. So, it kind of branched off there. But then we got to the city, and now it's like, oh, we're learning about Mobius and our true enemy. But the fact is, we always knew about, we knew about the true enemy. But we never, like, knew about them, you know? Like, we always, they were there in the back of our minds. Like, oh, these are our bad guys, you know? And the whole, we're Ouroboros. They didn't even know that they were called Ouroboros. Or maybe they did. I can't remember. If they knew that they were called Ouroboros. I guess maybe so they were, because they were always referred to as Ouroboros by everyone. So they kind of just said that. So yeah, they did all that and such. So yeah, then I got this thing and learn more. It's like, okay, now the goal changed to stopping Mobius and putting the world to rights. And that was it right there. That was the end goal. And of course, we always, like, the end goal was always, you know, and I like that. I like that. I feel like the story did flow a lot better in this game than comparatively to 2 and from what I remember from 1. Though the story from 1, from what I remember, wasn't terribly bad, but it was still, I feel like it could have been a little bit better. But overall, I think it was fine overall. What else do I like about this game? Everything. I'm trying to think right now about what else can I really talk about that I haven't really talked about beforehand. You know, I always said music's fantastic, probably the best all around. This is my favorite. I'm saying this right now. This is a great-ass game. This is a fantastic game. Fantastic all around. I loved it from start to finish. It was great. I loved it, and I cannot wait to keep playing it, because like I said, we are not done with the game yet for a couple of reasons. One, we are going to do Neo's, I did it again. We're going to do Nia's and Melina's side quests. We're going to do those side quests. I might go around afterward. I might go around now. I might go around afterwards once we do their quests to, see if there's more side quests along. And of course, as I'm doing that, I'm going to be leveling up the initial inheritor of their class, which I'm going to guess right now, Mio is going to inherit Nia's class, and Noah's probably going to inherit Melina's class. It just seems like it's going to fit that way. And then, yeah, as I level them up, and then I got to see what their ascension quest is, unless their quest right away is just flat out, you just need to get their quests. Or, and that's another thing too, if their quest is just straight up, hey, I'm joining you now, cool, then it's just like a 5 thing like that. I don't know. And then I guess if that's the case, then if that's the case, I'll just use the Nopon coins and level up the inheritors to 10 and see what their ascension quests are then. But yeah, I love this game. It's going to be hard to beat for being my #1 game of this year because it was that fucking good. I'll be honest, it was a hard contender in Chapter 3 or Chapter 4. And then as soon as we saw the end of Chapter 5 there, you know, I was like, oh my god, this is definitely Game of the Year for me right now. Beginning of Chapter 6 and all that stuff. That was for sure. I was like, yep, it's endgame. That's it. Like, no cap. That's all. Damn, the fact that this is a required level 55, my ass. Fuck you. The final boss is level 75. Jesus. I guess that's another criticism I could have too. The fact that you could have. Now, granted, I feel like they somewhat, I don't want to say fixed it, but the fact that they made it, I will say this. I did not feel overpowered for that last area. Even though I felt like I was going to, I did not. The fact that I feel like the bonus EXP kind of meant nothing in this game. And what I mean by that is that because you're going around trying to level up your classes, that you're gaining so much experience as well, that you're leveling up like that. So it's hard to get class experience for those classes, you know? Or it's hard to, yeah, so, yeah, you can't get class experience because, or you're getting class experience because of all that stuff, you know? And because you're getting class experience, you're getting more experience and all that stuff. I wish there was a way that's like, hey, just turn off my experience so I can get class experience. Or there's monsters that are like, oh, these monsters just straight up will only give you class experience, nothing else. They won't give you normal experience, you know? And that's another thing, too. So, yeah, but other than that, it wasn't so bad. I really love this game. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this part of Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles 3. In the next part, guys, like I said, we're going to do the little bit of post-game stuff that there is. Again, I don't know if I'm going to do more than just their initial quest. Like I said, I might go around to see. I mean, like, maybe like with some other quests, they could have like, oh, you need to do these specific side quests first before you can go and get our Ascension quest. And that might be some of them I'll cover on that, like, that episode where I do their quest. Like, okay, so, like, say we get Nia's quest, or we get Nia's, you know, class, and I'll like, oh, hey, there's a side quest right here that we gotta do, or a side quest right there we gotta do with her and such. I'll probably just do them on screen as well. Oh yeah, that's another thing too I gotta say. The side content of this game is fantastic, and again, I love the fact that there was no generic answers because you had the whole party with you, so it's not like a whole, oh, well, we can't put in specific responses because what if they don't have that character on them and such. So I kind of like that. So yeah, but anyway, guys, like I said, that's going to do it for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. In the next part, guys, we will do Nia's. We're going to do Nia's first because A, it's another healer, and B, she was technically the first one that we met out of the two. So I think it works better that way. And then we'll see how it goes. So yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Fuck, I'm still tearing up a little bit from that ending there. God damn, that ending was so fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you liked the video, please give that like button a click. And comment down below what you like about the video, didn't like about the video. And let me know, guys, what did you think of the ending of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 here? I'm probably going to end up splitting this into 2 parts. Just to see how long this is. We'll see. I'm sure that, maybe after the initial fight with Z, I might split it or something. We'll see. But yeah. And as always, guys, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a beat. And subscribe to the main channel too. That's in the description below. As well as follow me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter, the RBG and Kid Twitter, are in there too. Thank you all so much for watching once again. And I'll see you all next time.